Reel it in. Welcome to Let's Talk. Guys, we thank you for joining us on this beautiful Tuesday evening. And here at Let's Talk, we like to talk about issues that matter to you, where we come up with workable, practical solutions so we have more action and less talk.
Yes.
I'm your host, Jason, with my co-host, Cheryl. And again, we're joined by the talented Mr. Ripley.
Yes, sir.
You already remember that show?
Mr. Corner. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Bascom.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining us again on our show this evening.
Thank you, sir.
And guys, we had a couple of weeks off, and we're glad to be back in your presence. We thank you guys for coming and joining us. But before we move on, we'd like you to join in on our topic, on our show. So as we always say, call us 352-8255. 352-8255 or drop a comment in the chat and we'll be happy to read it on there. So like, subscribe, and share. So with all of that out of the way, our topic for tonight, International Men's Day. Ooh, what's that all about? What's the meaning behind that? And doesn't even have any meaning.
We actually have a date.
Okay, then you understand.
See, you guys didn't know it.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, I think about 5 persons knew.
Yeah.
And I was one of the 5. I found out like 4:33 p.m. that afternoon.
Yeah.
What?
Cool.
And I shared it on my status because I was so proud. But International Men's Day was formed before International Women's Day?
No, sir.
Yes, based on Google.
Yeah, see, Google give you
yes.
wrong.
See, I got 2 stats from that.
Okay.
I got 1999 and 1991.
1999 is the stat.
Yeah, I got someone said 1991 because International Women's Day is 1992, right?
No.
When?
It's let me pull it up.
No,
I'm so happy you started that, Sharon.
Pull it up, Jason.
But yeah,
International Women's Day was first born into their mind in 1910. Yeah.
Oh, over 100 years?
Yeah, 1910.
See, no one knew.
And then the first event was held in 1911. A significant moment in its history was the women's protest on March 8, 1917. And then it got international recognition in 1975.
Wow.
And then it was officially recognized in 1977. Still, more than 20, how much years?
That's almost 50 years now.
Yeah, right. So, and International Men's Day was only formed and recognized in 1999.
Who founded International Women's Day?
Women.
It was a woman?
Probably
based
men,
on what I read, it was a man.
Might have been a man. I don't know. Let me see. I didn't go that far because it isn't about International Women's Day. I only got the date just to compare.
Right.
When men were recognized that they actually needed a day. Over 100 years later. So, Mr. Bascom, just weigh in on this conversation anytime. What do you think? What do you think?
It's kind of interesting to me that we, the male species of the human race, actually have a day. I honestly I did not know. Someone sent it in a group to me like last year. And the person was like, Happy International Men's Day. I say, we have a day?
Wow.
I say, what is this?
Wow.
And then I was like, wow, okay. I thought only the women them had a special day. And of course, I was grilled by a few feminists. But anyway, I guess we'll get down and dirty with that later on.
Feminists.
Feminists.
Well, let's leave the females out. Today's not about them. It's just all about the men's them today.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just here for entertainment value. I don't
really
have much to say on the show tonight.
Really?
Okay.
Yes, I'm just let
But you started the ball rolling with those stats. And how trying to say Men's Day.
I thought, that's what I saw regarding the women.
Probably a feminist probably get the stats, roll those stats.
Probably. But I think the International Men's Day is worthy. It's a worthy cause.
Most definitely.
Yes, it's a worthy cause. I think it should be given. But I just want to say, not a lot of people know about International Women's Day either. It's just because Mother's Day get a lot of all that. Why? That's women. That's what we see as International Women's Day, Mother's Day, actually.
Okay.
But just like Father's Day, the men don't get what they really deserve. The recognition and the acknowledgement. But usually it's, we have to push it. We just have to put men up there where they belong.
Agreed.
So, and it's going to take everybody. I wouldn't just say the men because it's not fair to say the men are the one who have to do it.
No,
But
mind you, men don't usually make a fuss. So we would
true.
love you all to champion the cause
Yes.
because it's y'all champion the cause for every other thing. So why not this thing here?
Why not?
You know, International Women's Day may not get as much traction as Mother's Day, but it's way International Women's Day is even more publicized than Father's Day.
Yeah.
Father's Day takes a
When
back
is
seat.
International Women's Day? I don't
Absolutely.
know.
March. It's in March.
It's in March.
Listen,
Oh, I didn't know.
listen, and at my work,
Mhm.
oh, they used to make a big deal of it. In fact,
International Women's
oh
Day?
yeah, man, they get the
okay.
women them to take pictures and they they got all them to dress up and put on their makeup and they send out their little trinkets, celebrating Women's Day, and I say, okay, I can wait to see what happened on International Men's
What
Day.
happened on the 19th of November?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And in fact, the thing is, it's so funny. I even forget about it.
Yeah,
Now, the men.
You know,
right.
actually, I forgot about it too.
Yes.
Listen, I absolutely
Yes.
forgot that we had a day.
Yes.
Like I said, last year I was informed that, hey, you guys have a day. It's like, wow, okay,
Mhm.
interesting.
Put it on your calendar, November 19th, I think. Is it?
Yes,
But-
November 19th.
But
Yes.
to Jason's point, he is absolutely right.
Right.
International Women's Day
Mm-hmm.
does receive more traction than Father's Day.
Yes.
It does.
And Father's Day?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The women then get everything.
Yeah, see, and
But who gives them everything? I think they take it for themselves.
they do,
And
and
like
then
you
we,
say,
and
because
then
men are a little more laid back than
right,
Yes.
and then we don't want to seem like jerks, so we go along with the program. We don't want to seem like haters.
Yeah.
And oh, why y'all comparing yourself with women and why y'all can't celebrate us and blah
Mhm.
blah. It's a man's world, it's our time and all this stuff. So we
yes.
guilted into
Just
joining the
going
bus.
along.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
So
my.
yeah.
Poor baby.
and then if you make noise about it, y'all what they call them sassy men.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know,
Crybabies.
which y'all bitching about. Pardon my
Yeah.
like French, but y'all are girls. What y'all making noise about? Only girls is
Yeah, man.
yeah, man up. So
Yeah.
we guilted, manipulated. That's you. Some of you are the masters of manipulation. That's your superpower.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
won't defend anything. Yes, we'll just, on behalf of all women, I will just sit here and take it.
wow.
Oh
them
yes. I love the account.
Yeah, they're gonna have the International Men's Hour right now.
Yes.
I know Christmas is for me because we get our gift early.
Early.
Hey, you better grab it, buddy.
So-
Mhm.
So I just want to read what was the intention behind International
Yes.
Men's Day. Say, International Men's Day is an annual global event celebrated on November 19th to acknowledge the positive contribution men's and boys make to society, promote men's health and well-being, and highlight gender equality and positive role models. The day aims to raise awareness about social issues faced by men, improve gender relations, and create a safer world for everyone to reach their full potential. Why do they have to put everyone if it's about men? Yes.
Well,
So,
they're saying, I think that's a follow-up based on the previous statement.
but make it equality? What?
Read the previous statement.
The day is aimed to raise awareness
Mhm.
about social issues faced by men,
Mm-hmm.
improve gender relations, and create a safer world for everyone to reach their full potential.
Right. So yeah, because a lot of times we focus on everyone else, and men don't get the focus that they need as it relates to their health, as it relates to
Oh,
mental
man.
health,
Oh,
stresses,
Yes.
and
Yes.
all of that. And a lot of times we overlook what men go through, even in the homes. We not doing
You
that.
want that?
No.
Okay,
No,
bring
but-
bring it out there.
No, she said she said again. She said again.
Yes, but you're absolutely right. And but how do we ensure that International Men's Day gets it fulfills the purpose that it was meant to?
Wow, that's an interesting question.
Because the average woman, I don't think that we. Do you seriously think that if you guys were to try to focus on yourself more, that we would be offended by it? Like people would be offended by
Yes.
it? In the back there.
I'll say it. Yes, Mr. Bascom. While he contemplates or he ponders his answer,
Mhm.
because I
Yeah, go
I can
ahead.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yes, they would.
Go
Because
with the narrative. Let's hear it. Like how?
I don't say most women because I don't know most women, but I know some women.
Mm-hmm.
Any attention taken away, given to something else, any attention given to something else means attention taken away from them.
Mm.
You understand? So it's like they feel you robbing Peter to pay Paul, and they are Peter. So now hold on, that attention could have been given to me.
Yeah.
And we know we in this, especially in this climate we live in, attention, like the people are attention deficit, like they attention whores, like they just want attention. You look at social media, and sad enough, mostly on social media, fe- females on there just doing whatever they could
Right.
for attention. Men doing it too, but
Yeah.
the majority are women. They're
Majority
telling their
women.
stories. They showing what they're doing. They're getting these makeovers and whatever
Right.
just to get attention. So now here, if I'm coming down and say, okay, let's focus this day strictly on men. Now the mature women, they all for it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
They're all for it. But sadly enough, there's not enough mature people out there
Right.
to
Yes.
say, hey, let's focus this just for men. Because time and time again, you hear when men start to ask for attention, to to be taken care of, you're sassy. Oh, you're weak. What kind of man you is. You even hear men saying this. What kind of man you? What you complaining about?
Mhm.
He's some men out there are so programmed
Mhm.
till they feel like they're just robots. As long as I eat and get a little bit of nookie,
Mhm.
get something to drink, I okay. To them, they're all right. They don't see beyond. They don't see their emotions. They don't
Right.
know that, okay, I actually got an emotional side as well. I have to take care of. I actually have to rest. I actually have to be appreciated.
Yes.
Right.
They don't see that because they've been programmed to just perform
That's true.
and produce.
That's true.
I believe that we live in the woman, I am woman, let me raw era,
Yes.
the lioness era.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it's true.
Ouch. I
We live in the era of the
Yeah.
woman.
Wow.
And as much as we as men, we celebrate women climbing up the ladder.
Yes.
For example, we have the Governor General. Of course, she's not the first female
Right.
Governor General, but we have a female Governor General currently serving our nation. In my denomination of the Church of the Nazarene, we have just elected or rather was appointed, our first district superintendent over the churches. So,
Female.
female, very first in our history of 50 years,
There you go.
and we see with the current COP, the Commissioner of Police,
Mhm.
is now
Yes.
a female, first in
Yes.
our nation's history,
Yes.
over 100 plus years of
Yes.
the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
Yes.
And we're seeing a lot of women rising to the occasion, and we celebrate them.
Yes.
I
Yes.
celebrate the rise of women. But I must say, we live in the era of the lioness, whereby it's becoming toxic.
Yes.
And
yes.
when men say, hey, what about me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about my needs?
Yeah.
Like you said, oh, you're sassy.
Mhm.
They want to borderline place you into the bracket of LGBT.
Yeah.
And they want to
Yeah.
label you as a feminine man.
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
telling you.
Yes.
And,
yes.
of course, women would all, I have heard a lot of women said, for example, you mansplaining and you men taking advantage of us like we're
Yeah.
living in the ancient world. Like,
Yeah.
come on. We have to be fair with this. But definitely as a man, I would love to be appreciated. I would love to be celebrated. And I would love to be taken care of in the sense
Yes.
of what a female can do for me or my wife can do for me. Not to be taken care of as a weak man.
Yeah. Right. Correct.
Definitely not.
And there's a difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a difference. But I find that I think for females, every mature female understands. I believe if you take care of a man, the more you take care of the man, the more the man takes care of you.
Okay.
And I think only women are selfish.
Thoughts
You
and stuff.
take care of a woman and keep taking care of the woman, and we're a little selfish in how we see things. But I think the more you do for a guy, he will turn that around and just continue to multiply what he does for you. So, but I think definitely we really don't do enough for men. But I think men, you have to lead the charge, though. You have to lead the charge.
I agree.
And I think if you do, we'll pay attention.
Really,
Mm.
Yes.
I think it's an uphill battle for us because I've been a victim of being called trying to be being manipulated as the same you're sassy or you talking too much. Only woman is run on like that. Only woman is do this and all that because they want you to shut up.
Right.
But they say you talk too much, Jason.
Right.
Mm.
And so they're used to men just sitting down and taking it.
Mhm.
They're not used to emotionally
Men
mature
talking.
men
Yeah.
who could actually articulate how he feels and say, okay, no, I ain't gonna stand for that.
Mhm.
You need to do more and bring more to the table. So they're not used to being held accountable. So now here's somebody trying to hold them accountable, and now I'm the bad guy. So
Oh boy.
we have a. I agree with you that men, if we feel that we're not being appreciated, we definitely need to say something and not wait for somebody else to do it. But we also have to be prepared to fight for it, and it should be a fight.
Say something because number one, you guys usually don't say anything,
Mhm.
and a lot of times, you might not agree. A lot of times, we don't know that the feelings are there. Some women don't know that the feelings are there because you sometimes you'll find a guy say, "Well, a lot of things you say," and even being on this show, you grow up around sisters. If you're not exposed, and I would say to I tell my daughter all the time, have male friends. Have male friends who'll be open and honest with you, because a lot of us females grow up sheltered, not knowing how a man thinks. Believe it or not, and when you get in a relationship, the guy never truly tells you what he thinks. So you go on thinking that he doesn't feel a certain way. And us as females, we are good at conjuring up what you feel.
Yeah.
If you don't say it, we will fill in the blanks for you. Honestly, that is what we do.
Yes.
So how a lot of us are literally, we're just ignorant of what's going on. So unless a man says. So I think men need to speak more and forget, like you say, the immature females who would want to turn that around and turn it into something else. It has, going against the grain, a man talking is kind of different, but it's what it's needed because, like you say, the female will continue to roar if the man doesn't take his place.
Definitely.
I don't know how we would actually get further in that as it relates to communicating this to women. Because like Jason said earlier, the minute you express your feelings as a man, you are called sassy.
Right.
And that is a cultural current norm or expression amongst those of us that are millennials.
Yes.
In most cases, in some cases.
So what? Women, we continue to do what we do regardless of what you say. Yeah. We continue to be whatever it is that we decide we're going to be. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, if we feel like that's what we need to do, then that's what we're doing, regardless of what you say. So why let a criticism stop you? Women don't allow criticisms of any kind, even the positive, the ones that are constructive. That's going, will cause us not to self-destruct. We don't care. You know what I mean? So why let criticism stop you from women who just not deserve even the listening ear?
I wonder if it has to do with brought up as it relates to women being reared by mothers who would actually teach them what it means to be submissive or to listen up to a man, to listen to his voice and to listen to his heart. Maybe that has to do with that as well.
True.
But definitely, I do agree with you that we need to speak up more and say, hey, I need something too.
Yeah.
Help me. I'm human, just like you. Of course, we have different roles, so be it. But as a man, I have pains too. I have issues too that I would like for you to hear and allow me to address and to vent there. But I believe positively we're gonna move forward with this and we're gonna see some brighter days for sure as men.
Yeah.
All right, I will weigh in when we come back from this quick commercial break. I got something to stick in there. So when we come back, stick around.
Yo, what's up, Bahamas? My name is Andrew Williams, aka Cat.
And I'm your boy Mix.
And we're representing Off the Bench, the number one talk sportcast in the Bahamas.
In the world, my boy.
My bad partner. So we cover anything sports throughout the Bahamas. We cover our Bahamian athletes wherever they are, and they're making waves in sports. We cover them.
Hey, just tune in. That's every Wednesday here on Superior Talk at 6:00 p.m.
The number one talk show
in the world, Craig.
So welcome back, guys, and our topic for today is International Men's Day. What's that all about? And so we're talking about things men, all things men. And before the break, Cheryl said that we men need to champion the cause and say, just make our voices be heard. Mr. Boscombe decided to say why, we may shy from saying it. And Cheryl was saying, well, why do we care? And not her words, but I'm going to rephrase it.
Yes.
Why do we even care about this criticism anyway? If we need something, we need to say it because it don't stop the women. So That's now I want to weigh in on that part.
Okay.
That's how men are made up. That's the difference between us. You know, most of us take accountability for words. When we hear words, we kind of start to work on those words, or we listen and we actually listen, and we want the feedback. So it depends on how you feed back. It determine how we respond. So if we telling you something about us, it's about us, but now you turn it around and making it about you. All right, we don't need to talk then, because you ain't hearing me.
Yeah.
It's all about you. And then two, if you're gonna become combative about it, I'm telling you how I'm feeling or what I need, and then you make me feel bad or wrong for wanting stuff. Okay, you ain't the one to talk to, so we stop talking to you, and we slide out mentally, physically, whatever that is. We check out. Now women do it too, but men don't. We would shut down. We mightn't leave you, but we'll be like, okay, we just ain't talking to you no more. We ain't talking to this woman no more. She can't handle it.
But you're staying there and being abused mentally and emotionally in some
and
way.
Again, that's how we are. We don't pack up at the first sight, because we may have taken a little longer to commit, but once we commit, we there.
We're there.
So we don't throw away the whole baby with the bath water, because now we having some bad. And we are the romantic ones. We are the positive, optimistic ones.
Yeah,
we think we can. We think we remember the good times. We say, okay, you know what? We can work through this.
Yes.
We ain't gonna let our emotions just pack up. We have responsibilities, so we can stay there and to our own detriment. That's just how we made up.
To our own happiness.
Yeah.
To our own happiness, we would do that. We give the benefit of the doubt all day, every day.
Yes.
We do that. I know you may not agree, but we do it.
But she would have to. She would be inclined to agree, because if you check statistics, and this is about International Men's Day, but just to make the point, I want to say this: if you check the statistics, who's filing for divorce? 70% of women file for divorce because they are not happy. The men aren't happy either, no, but they stay in there.
Yes.
So men, I just plug that in there to show the makeup of men. We tend to stick to it a little longer. So for this International Men's Day and not being recognized and Father's Day, it's hurting us. But hey, we'd be like, it's been like that all the while, so whatever. We can live. Even though we want better.
Nothing's gonna change unless you change it. And I don't know that I can't see women championing the cause to make to say, okay, we need International Men's Day to have more traction or to have more.
You can't see that.
I don't see that
Cheryl?
happening. Do you see that happening?
No, I don't see it happening, because, like I said, women want to keep the attention on themselves. But you can see why.
The reason.
Okay.
I think the reason is a lot of people did not know about it. Number one, did not know about it, and then
they don't care.
I
see you trying not to say it. I see you trying not to say it. Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care.
But we have a comment.
Yes.
Let's go say it.
Men like to say they don't mind. They're not mind readers, or they're not mind readers, and we need to say exactly what we mean. Well, we're not mind readers either.
Oh, what we say, we just don't say it enough, I guess, because we expect
you
to be adults.
Shut down after you would have said it once or twice.
So what's the use of keep saying it if you're not going to move on it?
Right.
And that's our different maker. We expect we're in a relationship with adults. Mm-hmm. We on a job with adults, and we say, hey, I need change in this area here.
Right.
Once, maybe twice. And you don't change, then
we move on.
Mm-hmm. I guess I gotta suck it up,
Yeah.
So back to you saying you don't see women champion the cause, right? Women want good men.
Right.
All women want a good man.
Right.
When they got a good man, shouldn't you show appreciation, and sing it from the mountaintop? Because out of all this garbage here, I got a good man.
Right.
So when International Men's Day come around, that woman should be there championing the cause, because on International Men's Day...
But she might be championing the cause for her man. So I'm sure there are women, the women in your lives, I'm sure celebrated you on that day. Whichever day that is.
I don't know what to say, but I got to fly him.
Sure, like I said, I will forget about international.
Yeah.
So I can't hold her responsible.
Thank you
I
very
can't
much.
hold her responsible.
But and I know that women who remember, I'm sure they did something.
I know that.
So and but listen, you guys have to you all have to do better. It's your day. I think you guys have to do something too. But I do believe I agree with you fully, Jason. If you have a man, then you should celebrate him. But I think people are doing that personally.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's not done collectively and internationally, as it should be done.
You know what? Maybe the value of the man has decreased internationally.
That's all it is.
The value.
That's all.
The value as it relates to our position in the home, our position in society, our position in every sector of life has been devalued.
Yes.
Because we're not valued.
Right.
It's as simple as one day. Because hey,
I agree, but let me just say this: just like in all statistics, 10% usually that's the stats. 10% or less of people cause the problem. So just like how we will focus on when we have our crime rates, we focus on, we never focus when, talking about a crime rate, you never focus on the persons who are not committing crimes,
Right.
which is majority of the population.
yes.
When you talk about unemployment, you don't focus on the employed, you focus on the 10%, the unemployment rate.
Mm-hmm.
So sadly though, when it comes to human being and their values, we tend to focus on the few that are causing the issues. And that's why the good men, to me, don't get the value that they should, because a lot of us focus on the percentage, the smaller percentage of poor baby daddies or reckless womanizers or whatever.
Men, yeah.
And so the good ones don't get the focus that they should, because it's innate for us to focus on the lower numbers that are causing the issue.
But the media is powerful, Of course, that's what's pushing all of this. Because I agree with you.
Yes.
It's a part of the problem, definitely,
Yes.
because whatever's being portrayed on social media, YouTube, and all the platforms, you have a lot of women out there, and of course, I know we're not talking about international women there or the feminist movement, but you have a lot of feminist women on YouTube. They have their channel dedicated to destroying men, dedicated to destroying men.
That is.
And there's this one particular YouTuber that I've subscribed to, even though she's cussed a lot, but I overlook that. She actually defends men to the T, to the point that she has lost followers. So let that sink in.
Right.
So the media is pushing this devaluing of men. Make men feminine, make men weak, make men
It's a plan.
negative. It's definitely a plan.
It's
And a part.
It's the agenda of
the enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
strong
what
man.
Definitely.
Get rid of the strong man and attack the weak.
Men
But-
are the answer.
Right, yeah. But to your point, and I agree, but it's sadly that don't go over to International Women's Day and Mothers, right?
Ooh.
Right?
That's a flawless
Day,
day.
right?
Well,
Flawlessly.
because of who's looking at it, I guess.
Come on, let's be real.
No.
Let's be
For
real. Let's be
no,
real.
what I'm saying is,
Mhm.
no, for real. Who's looking at it? When I say that is, men are less judgmental than women, and it is your practice that you will treat a woman who's not necessarily that
Worthy,
I
yes.
wouldn't
Worthy,
say that,
Yes.
but a woman is not that way.
Correct. That's why I said
You know what I
we
mean?
are
So
the
we're not gonna
optimistic ones.
separate.
We
We're
are
not
the
gonna
romantic
separate
ones.
the fact that you were awful yesterday or whatever, because today's International Men's Day.
Yeah.
Whereas a guy will say, "Oh, it's
Put-
Mother's Day or
Yeah,
whatever."
put that
and then
negative
just get
aside. We
something,
can focus.
yeah.
Right. Right.
So
And that's why
I'm
that's why I
not-
said men are the romantics. We are the positive,
I wouldn't go so
optimistic
far as
ones.
to say
Yeah.
romantic. I'd say you're objective.
Oh man. Come on. Give us a win.
I see.
I have been giving you a lot of wins. I've lost all my women cards.
Let's
for the whole year.
let's use your ratio in percentages, right? You said 10% usually be the ratio of
Right.
negative people within the nation as it relates to the statistics, right?
Right.
Right. I can say this as a good Bahamian man, and I'm sure Jason is a good Bahamian man, definitely. and I have looked around and I have seen men definitely carry the weight of the relationship as it relates to romance.
Yeah.
We do. We go all out. We spend the money. We
okay.
Okay. Yes, of course. A woman's needs are like an endless well.
Yes.
I should know that. I must confess. But we're here for the long haul.
Yes,
like Jason said, if we're in, we're in.
That's right.
And we're not stepping back from what it is that we have committed ourselves to.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And we will go all out. I could name stories all day, even from my personal life, of pouring in financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And at the end of the day, here comes the iconic phrase. What have you done for me lately?
You ain't never do nothing for me.
Oh, yes, that's it right there. You have never done nothing for me.
But I did so-and-so. Well, I didn't ask you to do that.
I never asked you for that. You know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
You're training on a class.
I guess so.
They go to school for that?
They teach them in a secret class. They teach them to say on a...
Yeah.
You know that, Cheryl.
You know that.
Don't call my name. You don't need to
No, it's true. One thing we don't do right.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be the worst man in the
Never,
world.
never. Yeah.
Yes, all right.
Cheryl, say it by the commercial again. We can get a let off the... We can beat up on her tonight. So just stick around, guys. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Greetings and welcome to Superior Talk Bahamas. I am Yvette Swain here with the Sword Sharpeners Prayer Network. Please be sure to join us every Monday at 6 p.m. and we will share the Word of God with you. That is Mondays at 6 p.m. right here on Superior Talk Bahamas with the Sword Sharpeners Prayer Network. We look forward to seeing you then. God bless you. Bye-bye.
You know what?
Guys, you catch us right in the middle of it. So we're talking about International Men's Day, and it's straying over to, I guess, men's needs.
Yes, men's needs.
Men's needs. The topic seems is evolving, and guys, please, we're not bashing women.
No.
We're just saying that it just so happens that we are highlighting some of the things that men would need, which actually
need from women.
You need
That
from
we're not
women, and it seems like we're putting a spotlight on. But real women ain't gonna take offense to this. They'll say, okay.
No, I'm not offended. Hashtag real woman. Lady P, she changed her name.
We know who you are. Thank you.
Says, nah, Jason, women are fighting enough causes as it is. Y'all on your own with this one.
Wow, now see, that's the
selfish.
thing, right? It is selfish. Guess what? It shouldn't be fighting.
No.
This should be something promoting. See, because it's only men and women.
She's not talking about you guys.
I know.
Women are fighting enough causes.
Yeah, I know. So this shouldn't be something they have to fight to champion. Now, it isn't a fight because it's only two people, men and women. So men want it, and if the woman come along and say, let's do it, there wouldn't be no fight. So it's nothing to fight.
No, it's no fight. I don't think she's saying it's a fight,
know what
but
she
was
means.
saying that you guys have to push it. I agree
know
that
what
you
she
guys
means.
have to push it, but I think, Jason, once you guys start pushing it, that you'll have women rallying behind
But
you.
we are pushing it, you know. Yeah.
Jason,
we don't
you
get
totally forgot
traction.
the date.
Yeah, because, you know, I
How you
fight
can push it if you can't remember it?
Last year I fight, and I say when I saw International Women's Day when they did their little celebration, I say
Right.
I can wait for International Men's Day to see what they can do.
So they
And I
didn't
forgot
do
they
anything.
didn't do nothing. I forgot.
And they did something you would have remembered though. But
no,
you.
I remember because one of my brothers
Mm-hmm.
on social media sent me
The thing,
the thing, and I was
fire
like,
it.
oh shoot, today is International Men's Day. I said, wow.
But you know, but did you do anything for International Women's Day?
No,
The women promoted that, or did guys
Women
promote it
might-
as well?
I think the job did it.
Right.
Now, mind you,
So
it
the
was
job did something for women and not men?
listen, and I was supposed to
This
go
is
online, and
secretly
before they say my job didn't do anything, I was supposed to do some research and look through some emails to see if anything did come out.
Right.
But from my little perusing, I
Mhm.
didn't see anything come out.
Okay.
Now, what I supposed to do is go back
Mm-hmm.
to March and look for the email that said anything. It said they did congratulate the
whole
women, and then say,
investigation.
okay, hold on now, how come you all forget? But I don't even have to do that because it's normally
Mm-hmm.
we are forgotten.
Yeah.
So even if they did do something, normally we are forgotten. Normally it's minimized.
Right.
It's and maybe because women push the issue for International Women's Day, and maybe on my job the women in that position it maybe have more women in position
True.
to actually champion the cause.
Right.
But still, that's wrong
I agree.
because it's supposed to be straight across the board.
Yeah.
And for you to do that is showing now a bias.
Yes.
And on the job, you don't want to do that,
I
right?
agree,
You want to be fair. So, what example are we setting for the future men to come up? What encouragement are we giving to the youth, to the men, to the young men who
Maybe
your
that's why
daughter want?
Maybe that's why so many of them want to be women. 'cause
Oh,
women are
geez,
getting
baby,
so much.
it's just sad.
I mean,
It's just sad.
oh boy.
See,
Honestly,
because they're being raised by single mothers.
Yeah,
Ah.
more. Then they go into where they spend most of the rest of their day. Most of their days are spent between home and school.
Mm-hmm.
In school, female
Female
teachers,
teachers.
mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And so they how when do they interface with men?
Oh boy. I think that's where
And
we
that's
need to
a
step
lot of-
up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I agree.
I think we need to step
I
up
agree.
our game in that as it relates to us being men, because only men can raise men.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, Dr.
Absolutely.
Mars Renault said something powerful and it stuck with me for years.
Mhm.
He was teaching at Man Empowerment at TD Jakes Church, and he said, "You guys have been taught that man is on top." He said, "I came to change that narrative.
Mhm.
The man is at the bottom." I say, "Man, what are you talking about? The man is at the bottom." He said, "The
Absolutely.
man is the foundation
Yes.
of the family,"
Amen.
Mhm.
and I agree with
That's
that. I agree with that 100%.
Yes.
Because guess what? Me as a man,
Mhm.
I have been impacted by my uncle, the Dr. John Cedric Wagus, the third. I've been impacted by my grandfather, John Cedric Wagus Jr.
Mhm.
I've been impacted by other men besides my father,
Right.
who I can say that, hey, I am a man today because of these guys.
Right.
So I do believe we have to grab our young men and bring them in.
Did you grow up in a single mother home?
I did.
But
as
you
long as
but you got the exposure from other men. See, not many
Yes.
young men have this privilege, and it is a privilege, believe it or not, because like you said, you were able to interact with other male figures, and it helped you to be the man that you are. But sadly, but it has to become a social issue where the government, the leader of the country, I'm sorry, because it has become such a big issue, they have to figure out ways. How do we get more male figures in contact with the future males of the country?
I agree, Sharon. I've said it many times on the show before. Don't mind me seemingly like I'm shooting at women.
Mhm.
All of our issues begin with men being absent.
Yes.
We are the problem. Because we're not in place. That's why we have a lot of these issues.
Yes.
Because a lot of real men aren't stepping up to be the gatekeepers.
Right.
Because we aren't there to protect. Any all kind of garbage could come in and influence
Yeah.
those who behind us.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So the problem starts with the men. So if real men, if we had enough men, real men, standing up, this International Men's Day thing, I don't think would be an issue.
That's true.
Yeah, wouldn't be a issue.
That's
See,
true.
because we'd be such a force out there, we'd have to be recognized. We'd not gonna be asking for recognition
That's true.
because we'd be up in the forefront. Women have no choice but to acknowledge
Yeah.
our leadership. But sadly enough, a lot of men aren't stepping up to the plate to rear these young men, teach them how to be boys.
Mhm.
So definitely now you have the ladies trying to fill in, and for some reason a woman feels she has to be masculine in order to raise children. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because when a man is raising a child, he don't say he have to be feminine,
Right.
right?
No.
So a woman now,
I don't think it's the rearing, the child rearing part that causes her to become masculine. It's the other parts, the supplying of the needs and taking care of all those other things. That's the masculine role. And when women play that masculine role, they have that energy. Believe it or not, the woman has to be the breadwinner, has to go out there and work hard and come home and do everything for that child.
Mm.
That will cause the woman to be aggressive.
There is a frustration in our nation and around the world as it relates to this. And I've spoken to a single mother recently. She is absolutely frustrated of the fact that she wants, her child's father to be involved in his
Right.
life. She said, I'm not a man. Only so much things I can teach him.
Absolutely.
So there is a silent, but also there is a loud frustration as it relates to men being absent in the home, and women are frustrated. Women. I have heard countless stories of how frustrated women are that men are not replaced, because real women understands that, hey, I'm feminine, the man is masculine. I need that masculine energy in the home.
Exactly.
And sadly, believe it or not,
Exactly.
like you need it even for the female.
Yes, you
Even
do.
the daughters
You
need
need
that.
them both.
Yeah.
Even the daughters need that. But when I brought up the government issue, I was saying if they're not in the home, provide them in the schools. And a lot
Yes.
of men don't want to be teachers because of the salary.
Yes.
So the government could find a way to make salaries for teachers more attractive, so
Yeah,
you
I
can have
agree.
males in schools.
I agree.
So children get to interact. May not be their dad, but they get to interact with male. Like you say, the boys come. Mommy at home, around you come to a female campus teacher, female, and all of this could even cause a certain negative reaction to females.
Yes. And then your social media pushing the agenda of females,
Exactly.
and you look at the movies, females are winning everything, females are doing everything. So if you have eyes, you can see there's a agenda,
Absolutely.
and there's an agenda being pushed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sadly enough, men aren't stepping up to try to combat it, and those of us who do try to stand up and combat it, they call us sassy. They trying to beat us down. So, but we still have to play our roles no matter what.
Right.
And to your point, when you said government stepping, make salaries more attractive for teachers, I agree. I believe teachers should be one of the highest paid service and salaries out there, because we want the best.
Right.
Because they are influencing the future.
No,
Yes,
but
they
I
are,
was specifically talking about male teachers.
Right, I
Because
understand.
as a female, even though it's kind of against how the public service operates in terms of they don't allow disparity in salaries, but if the government were to say a certain allowance to attract males, as a female, I would not be offended by that.
You would not. You would not. that I wouldn't even try that. I wouldn't even try.
Yeah.
But to your point, I would say government could come up with programs where they actually implement programs where disciplinary programs. I remember back in the day, and I'm so sorry, I was a youth, young, dumb, and full of whatever,
Family show.
Yes. And I remember Sir Lyndon Pinnon. He was coming up with his National Youth Service for all these young men who don't have jobs after, so they don't be wayward and just knock them out the place.
Yes.
And that was but we didn't see the vision.
Yeah.
The party, the opposition said, oh, he's trying to start his own army.
Wow.
So they knocked that down, and they didn't see the potential behind it.
Can you imagine?
And I said, so I think his idea was, as long as the boys aren't working, they would be enrolled in this service. And while they're in this service, once they graduate from school, they're in the service, they learn a trade, and they'll be disciplined.
Yes.
So when they come out, they have structure. So you have an informed and educated and disciplined workforce. Men. Because it was for men. It was targeted at men. So, but like I said, they painted it as trying to start his own little army, and they knocked that right down. And sadly enough, that caused me not to vote for him, because that was my first year of voting. I said I wouldn't vote for that foolishness. He trying to get an army, and now as I matured, I see the vision with the wisdom behind that, because all of these young men that knock him out on the street begging and just doing all kind of ungodliness and not willing to stand up and be men, those are the type he was targeting to bring them into this service. And these guys, we would have men. We'd have disciplined men to run our country right now. And again, International Men's Day would not be an issue. It would not be an issue.
Not be an issue.
So we have to take another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back, guys.
You asked and I delivered. Island-ish is back. The podcast you guys have known to love, to like to call in, to like to interact with. We are officially back. For the ones that don't know me, this is your girl Yams. Hear me on Mix 102.1 FM or your favorite TGF_Yams. With the 2 S's, we're back with Island-ish right here on Superior Talk. So make sure you're following the page. We're going live this Thursday, 6 p.m. Don't miss it. Follow us. It's about to get lit.
And we're back. We're talking about International Men's Day. What's that all about? Give us a call, 352-8255, 352-8255. Tell us what you think International Men's Day is all about. What could we do to promote it? And did you even know about it? Or drop us a comment in the chat, and we'll be glad to read it on air. And we have a comment like Cheryl is laughing at. No.
Women
What?
don't rate us men. That's what the comment says.
Oh.
Face purple and crying.
Women don't rate us men. Face purple crying. Okay. Yeah. I saw the 10. I think I want to agree with him. You know?
I'm not gonna want to agree. I'm agreeing with him. I
They
do
don't
agree.
rate us. They don't rate us.
I do agree, but I would actually give more of a reason I agree with him. Of course, like you was alluding to earlier, mature women will understand.
Yes.
But because of social media, because of the modern era in which we live, women are being taught not to rate us.
Yes. Yes.
So-
They're not necessary.
Yeah.
And women were bred not to rate you.
True.
Because
Sorry.
because a lot of women were not raised in homes with men. So how do they learn to value a man if there's no man? So they have to learn. They learn later in life, and some women catch up, and some women never do. But I'm sad to say that's the reason, Jason. A lot of women did not grow up around men, and I'm not gonna use the word good men or bad men or just men. Period. Because everyone has value, and even I have friends who grew up with their fathers, and some of them, they talk about the fact that some of their fathers were womanizers and whatever, but they still respected
Right.
and valued those men.
Right.
So a lot of men are just absent.
Yes.
I'm not even talking about not doing whatever, just absent.
Yes.
And it affects how a woman sees a man because
Yes.
they don't get to see him.
So I agree to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
But Cheryl, you realize that, hey, I put my hand in this fire and I got burnt.
Mm-hmm.
My child come along. The first thing I do is teach my child, hey, don't put your hand in that fire and get burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, me as a woman, okay, let me use me as an example. I'm a guy. I'm going to teach my son what I learned not to do to have a successful relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I teach it to my daughter. I would think women would do the same thing, whether the man is in the home or not.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. The man is in there to shape their thinking.
Right.
So the mother knew that.
Mhm.
Hey, okay, let me make sure my daughter doesn't have the same hang-ups that I do. Let me make sure, find some kind of positive man for my children, not even daughter, my children to be around. So my son could have something to look up to. My daughter could have something to compare to when she starts dating, looking for
Right.
men.
Well, that's the ideal situation, Jason.
Is it ideal or mature?
No, I'm not saying I'm not. But let's not talk about what should happen. I'm just saying what is.
Right.
And I'm just saying that's the reason a lot of men don't get the value they should get, because women can't see the value. They're not trained to see the value. They're not bred to see the value in a man because they didn't have. Now, what their parents or mom should have done, would have done, could have done, that's I agree with you. But that's the reality is what we're faced with.
And two, women teach what boys should do for a woman. Or women, they teach their sons how to treat a woman. They teach their daughters what to expect from a man.
Mm-hmm.
But at no point, very few of them teach their sons what to expect from the woman and teach their daughters how to treat a man. It's always geared towards the woman. Catering to the woman,
Providing.
making sure she's straight.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure when you date this guy, make sure he can take care of you, make sure he's strong, make sure he
That's
can
true.
do this for you, he can put you in a good home, he's not gonna beat you, he's not a womanizer, he's not a, it's always geared to satisfying the female aspect. Son, you make sure respect your the woman, you make sure provide for, you make sure this and that, but it's very unbalanced. The other end, okay, daughter, when you get this guy, you make sure you respect him, you make sure you submit. Make sure you find a good man to lead you to.
And what does the guy do?
Who?
I mean, the father in the home. What is
No, I
his
agree with you.
responsibility?
I agree with you that the
So-
father is in there. Remember now, I preface this all as saying all these ills we have is because the daddy ain't there.
Right.
Now, because we are more female dominated, single mothers dominated.
Mhm.
The single mother know the hell she went through, so she should, if she's mature, now put things in place so that her children don't continue the cycle.
Yeah, but you can say to a child what to do and what not to do. But we all know that children don't hear you; they see, and we
Correct.
all learn by what we see. So
Correct.
we can say ideally, okay, make sure the man does this, make sure the woman does this. The child is living and seeing and will copy what they see.
Right.
Mm.
So therefore,
that's what usually happens. And when the dad is absent, there's nothing to copy. Who am I going to copy? Mom, because that's who I see.
and that's why I said, Cheryl, because only mom's there, dad is a
Mhm.
piece of crap. Now let's find somebody to fill in for dad.
True.
Because dad is garbage. We can't blame dad. Dad is a garbage.
Right.
You picked that garbage.
Mhm.
So now let's go pick something better. Whether it's an uncle, stepfather, granduncle,
I'm not. That's
preacher.
victim. That's. I mean.
No,
To some
Cheryl.
extent, I'm not
That's-
going to victim blame
that's
if the boy picks
accountability
someone
and
and he turns out
responsibility.
to be garbage. That's victim blaming.
Accountability and
He's still
responsibility.
stuck with raising children all by herself.
Accountability
And,
and
she's still,
responsibility.
to
Cheryl,
a certain
we're
extent.
not
that's-
gonna
that's-
slide that.
That's
We're
yeah.
not gonna slide that. I ain't gonna let you get away with it.
Excuse me.
No.
How you gonna
No.
not let me get away with it? I've gotten away with
That
it.
ain't
What are you
victim
talking
blaming.
about?
That ain't
It is
victim blaming. That's just
blaming.
saying
Yeah.
now
No, but
we
it's-
made a mistake. Let's make sure we don't further this. Let's make sure we do all we can so our
Agreed.
children don't fall in the footsteps. That's not victim blaming. That's not it.
What you said prior to that.
She should.
When you saying she picked garbage, so whatever.
Yeah.
How you're saying that you're saying the woman knows this guy is awful or he's lousy. Not sure why we're talking about awful and lousy men on International Men's Day show.
Because you
Which-
said that's
which-
why men ain't getting recognition because they're seeing 10% lousy men. That's all we're
No,
talking
I
about.
said because
Mm.
what we're talking about the fact that absent fathers. That's what we're absent men. Why women aren't treating men better because they don't know any better because the man is not there. That's what we're talking
Absolutely.
about.
So that's how we're getting on the topic. So now I'm telling you, I'm just a
Anyway,
follow up. I wasn't
as I
gonna
was
let you allow her to
saying
leave that there. I agree with you,
Jason,
but I
you're
took
trying
it
to confuse
further.
me, but it's not working.
He's not.
But
See,
wow,
Mr. Bascom,
wow.
he's following what I'm saying because
no.
he's following logic.
No,
He
yeah, no,
understands.
he's not. He's
Right.
not.
This
He's
is your last show. Say goodbye to everyone.
I
I don't know what I was talking about.
Can't
Wow.
disagree.
Manipulation. There you go.
But you know, ideally we would hope that both parents are in the home or both or the child has access to both realities.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so you know you can have a whole child and the child can learn how to treat the male child can learn how to treat females and the female can learn how to treat males.
Right.
And if it's not present in the home, I do agree with you, Jason. Just like you were able to have access to
Right.
real males figure, so you can learn how to be the man that you are.
Thank God for
There.
every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we should make sure that our children have. And what are you doing to give back? Are you making sure that you giving back this good solid foundation that you have?
Oh,
Jason, are
yes.
you giving
Oh,
back?
yes.
Oh,
Who are
yes.
you mentoring?
Definitely.
Yes.
Because it only takes one to reach one.
Yes.
Yes.
So thanks to both of you, we could say, okay, there's one solid, and your legacy lives on.
Right. So
Okay.
at least we should have at least two men
Two,
coming from
at
us.
least
At least
two.
two. At least two.
And,
And that's
and
definitely
if
it.
we're throwing the producer in, because he's in the back there being all quiet. So that should be three at least.
That's three, at least three. And then
At least
you
three.
four, because now you mature enough and you're a real woman, so you can now promote that. So that's four men.
Anyway, so we have three.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
I know, man.
Come on, give us the points, man. Give us the points.
Yo, God, how much points, y'all? You know what? Anyway, but I'm all for International Men's Day.
Thank you. Thank you
I'm
very
all
much.
for it. I'm all for promoting good, valuable men because there are a lot more out there than we would like
Yes.
to admit.
Yes, yes.
You know.
Yes, there's some awesome women.
But I just think that you guys need to just be a little louder. You need to be a little louder because the ones who are, and just like in everything, the empty barrels are making the most noise. They're getting the focus. And forget, social media, yes, they're promoting the garbage because, like Jason would have mentioned, that's the plan of the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
For the negative to get to, and so we all think that this is the world that we're living in, but there are a lot of good men, a lot
Yes, definitely.
of good men.
So, Mr. Bascom, as we wrap up, what's your 5 cents? 5 centavos.
All right. My 5 cents is very simple. Men, let's step up to the plate, be who we have been created to be. Let us do our very best to influence the next generations of men. Allow your sons to cry, allow them to vent, allow them to come to you to speak about their problems.
Yes.
Allow them to become the men that you want them to be. And females, women, we love you. We want you to support us in every way possible. Hear us out. Don't be selfish, but be open to what it is that we need, because we have needs too.
Yes.
All right? We love you.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you
Not
go.
a wing, though. Let me see if I can do a wing too.
Hey, don't get in no trouble on this show.
No, I think what I said just now would have been a perfect
Perfect
wrap up.
wrap-up, okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm just let guys wrap up. Tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Bascom, thank you for joining us again.
Yes.
Always enjoy your rich meat that you bring to the show.
To make him a regular man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I don't know if I
yeah.
could take two of you, Jason. Though,
No.
'cause it's for y'all.
You know, man. Oh,
Oh,
my
come
God,
on.
man. That's
Y'all think
good
I
stuff.
like everything else.
That's good stuff, Cheryl. That's
Can't
good,
do it.
wholesome intellect. You're having this conversation. It grows. It's causing you to grow, to mature, to be the better you, the best you.
Sir.
So, but I don't know if I can add much more to what Brother Bascom said just now. He said a lot, and I agree with everything he said. We men just need to step up. We just need to be who God created us to be. And no, we may not get the fanfare, we may not get the recognition that we need, that we would want. But just know that our Father appreciates it. He would not put more on us than we can bear. So He gave us broad shoulders because He know that we can take it. Now we would love our women to join in, and women, you can do that. It's not a small thing for us. You can appreciate us. Show us, even though we may not ask for it, we want it. But it causes us to go a long way. Pastor said something on his one of his social media platforms, and it was so funny to me. He said, "Ladies, you could get so much out of a man if you stroke his ego, but y'all ain't got no game. Y'all ain't want to do it. Y'all just don't want to do it." And it was funny to me is that was game he gave them, right?
Yeah.
He gave them a point.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the ladies can say, "Well, tell us, Pastor, what the game is. Give us a tip." I say, "Well, wow."
Get right over there.
I say, "See, they been trying to see it, But ladies, that was just a little poke right that's all. We love you. We appreciate you. We know the struggles that you came from. And so us men, we can step up. We're going to continue to do our job by the grace of God. Thank you so much. And we'll have a better International Men's Day next year. Because we all can join in. Big party here.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us here on Let's Talk. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Peace.
Hey.